I grew up in the Connecticut, Rhode Island area in New England. I traveled around in many different states. I was a
What
mechanic.
part of Connecticut, sorry?
Milford,
All
Connecticut.
right, cool.
But I used to be a mechanic. Now I'm a programmer student. But anyway, our group is a Pathway to a Better Future, which just focuses on the Fourth Ward area. So our persona is Matt, which is a young, between 20s and 30s, lower income for just graduating out of college. So he's a young working professional, but he can't afford other areas of Houston, so his options would be closer to the Third Ward area. And our problem statement is he might feel unsafe in the area of the Third Ward, and we try to solve that problem without displacing the current residents. It's just a photo of where the Third Ward is located, southwest Houston, in downtown area, where a young working professional might want to work in the downtown. It's bracketed by, on the south, University of Houston, I-45 and I-69. So why does the area feel unsafe? Well, high crime rates. Just doing a little research today and yesterday, that area, the Third Ward, is one of the unsafest neighborhoods in Houston and in the U.S. I think somewhere in the top 20 from when we looked at in the Houston Chronicles from a source. And also looking at some heat maps that we got from the City of Houston Community Plan PDS. We saw a lot of vacant lots and houses in disrepair and dilapidated sidewalks and streets. I actually went to the University of Houston about 7 years ago for a short time period, but just 2 semesters. But I lived in the Third Ward, just renting a room from a house from someone down there. But it's closer to the University of Houston, not necessarily near all the projects or the buildings that was close to that area. And here's just some photos of empty lots and houses in disrepair, and of course streets and sidewalks. So the issue affecting the areas is I think 20% of the houses are vacant. There's the income level of some of the renters and people who live in that area is about $25,000. It's lower in the city just for the housing. That's why a young professional might want to live in that area. So 71% of the area was renters, and there's also a high eviction rate in the city, 20%.
What's that second statistic? 176% increase in median house values?
Oh, well, that's the problem with gentrification.
Right.
So a lot of houses are increasing in value. There's new development and new lots.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is just a short map. We got this from the City of Houston, from Third Ward PDF Community Action. It's just showing average household income. It could range from 20,000 to 50,000, depending on the area.
Who was the source of that?
City of Houston. It was
I've
one
heard
of the
of it, yeah.
Third Ward Community Action Plan.
Okay, fair enough.
It just shows you where the areas, where the projects, and this is why it's a high crime area. It's just a heat map, also sourced from the City of Houston. The redder hotspots are where the high crime rates are higher, generally in that area. And for our small persona of a young working professional who's trying to get an affordable area in Houston, our plan or solution that we thought up and brainstormed yesterday and today would be to create a more vibrant and accessible area. To make you feel safer, the area it looks run down, and lots of streets and lots of cracks, and to make it more vibrant and accessible, we're thinking of creating some pocket parks and trails, beautify the area a little bit more. It has been happening, but just to emphasize it, put some trees up, nice trails, and of course you got to keep up the maintenance, community gardens and home repair. Of course, to prevent the problem of all like Matt trying to move in, we would also have to help the low-income current residents who can't afford as much. One of our possible solutions is having, if there's a vacant lot and there's a new development, high-rise apartment, you would have mixed income. Instead of just only charging a high rent, maybe mixed and mixed low income and high income, so that they can be able to stay there at the current rental prices. And this is just a short sketch, but the X's represent houses that might be vacant or run down, and then just squares or just houses. We just have a roadway showing where our parks would be in our walkway. It's a crude photo, but not a crude photo.
Get the idea.
Of course, there are bike paths down there, but I know a lot of students ride bikes from their place of rental towards the university to make it feel safer. And of course, there's a lot of vehicle traffic. It's just a photo of what it could look like. We sourced it from a plan, I think, for Detroit to try to beautify it. We have walkways with greenways, and here's a show, just another photo of what we could possibly do with all the houses. Blue representing a rundown or vacant house, and then the white houses, the houses that aren't run down and still kept up. It's just another idea of what we could possibly do with empty lots and gardens. Any questions?